realized with us women, and I think that I was like this at one point in time too, we equate our value to how many men want to sleep with us, how many men are in our DMs, and how many proposals we got. Not marriages, proposals. But here's the thing, if all these guys want us and we want none of those guys, then we have no options. And I think that's like a hard pill for us to swallow. Like, we don't want to admit that, but we know deep down inside, like, we go to our message requests or our DMs or our text messages, and it's just full of guys that want to sleep with us or, you know, talk about our bodies. We realize, like, damn, we ain't got no options. Because really, you only consider the guys' options that you actually want. Am I right or am I right?
This post is for the men. Please stop letting these women that you deal with talk to you any kind of way, because she done sold you this dream as if you're replaceable and she got a whole bunch of men lined up to pay her bills, help raise her bad behind kids and all of that. She's lying. I don't care how good she looks. She may have some dudes lined up that want to have sex with her. She might have some dudes lined up that may want to take her on a couple of dates, but they're not trying to take on the responsibilities that come with a grown woman. These dudes that are successful out here and they're winning and they're single for a reason, because they're having a ball and they are not looking for a relationship. So please, if she's sitting in that house telling you, if I leave you right now, I can go upgrade right now. No, she can't. She does not have the options that she thinks she has. And that's just me being all the way honest. I will let her know, well, if you could do it, show me. Call a bluff. Go out there and go get you a husband tonight then. If you that good, if you built like that, go get you a husband in 5 days. Show me you gonna get somebody to pay all of your bills and take care of you, listen to your headaches, and show me.
Hey y'all, so I talked about this topic on my TikTok a while back about how women do not really have options like they say they have. And the women went in on me in the comments because they feel like I'm telling them that they have to settle. And what I mean when I say women don't have the options that they say they do, I mean that most women do not have quality options. It's about quality, not quantity, quality. A man that's going to take you serious, a man that's going to respect you, a man that's going to want to build a life with you, a man that's going to commit to you and want to marry you. That's what I mean, options. And most women do not have that. Otherwise, we will all, majority of us would be in committed, happily married relationships, but most of us are not. And the thing that most women were in my comments talking about is like, oh, I have options, but I'm not going to settle. Okay, well, if you have options, like what are the options that you're considering? Because if they're not a quality option, why would you consider them as an option? Like, you know what I mean? Like yes, we all have options. I could talk to a homeless person on the street and want to date them, but that's an option. But who in their right mind is going to do that? Like, just because somebody approaches you or is in your DMs, just because somebody gives you a compliment, those are not necessarily options. Those are just men being men. Like, yeah, a lot of men may want to sleep with you, but that doesn't mean that they actually want to build a life with you and take you serious and want to commit to you. That's what an option is. It's not somebody who you're just pushed off to the side and that you're shrugging them off. You're not really paying them any attention. You're not taking them serious. That's not an option. Also, a lot of the women in my comments were talking about they're not going to settle. Okay. And my thing is, why do we put so much emphasis on not settling when somebody is more likely going to have to settle for you? A lot of women, we always talk out the side of our neck about what we're not settling for, what we're not going to deal with, but at the same time, we're not considering that somebody has to settle for us at some point at some point, because we're not perfect. We don't always have it all together at all points in life. And somebody's going to have to settle for us, because we're human. We make mistakes. We have flaws. You know, we're constantly, some of us are constantly working on ourselves to improve ourselves. So it's like, you have to actually take into consideration that, yeah, you may not want to settle, but have you ever considered that somebody may be settling for you? And I think it's funny because we always have these high expectations, these high standards for the spouses that we want in our lives, but we never actually reflect and do the opposite, you know, reverse it on ourselves. Like, okay, well, these are the standards that I have for someone else, but do I actually exude these same standards and behaviors that I want my partner to have? Like, do I measure up to these exact standards that I want somebody else to come into my life and bring? And I think a lot of us don't take that into consideration. And the only reason why I could talk about this is because, yes, I'm single. Yes, I would like to be married one day. I want to have a family and children and all that, and a husband. But I had to think, I had to do some inner work. Like, okay, the things that I say I want in a husband, is he going to be like, am I going to be somebody that he wants? You know, because at the end of the day, like, it's not always about me and what I want. It's also about the person that I'm with and what they want. I think that we just have to start doing some inner work and actually reflecting on what we want, but also looking within and asking ourselves, like, okay, is this who I am as a person? Because you can't want and expect the best version of somebody else, but then in return you want them to accept you the way you are. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's me wanting somebody who is so perfect and they have all these great qualities, but then at the same time, oh, well, you got to love me the way I am. I'm not changing for no man. I'm not doing no work. He got to love me for me. And that's just that. Okay? Like, it's a give and take. It's compromise. Like, you got to have the same expectations for yourself that you do for your partner or whoever you're going to be with, because, you know, it got to make sense. It got to compute. It got to measure out, you know? So I just wanted to talk about that because I think a lot of us are delusional. You can't be wanting perfection, and then here it is, you know, you have flaws, but you think somebody is supposed to just accept you the way you are. Here it is, somebody that worked on themselves. They didn't went to therapy and did the work they needed to do to make themselves better, but then you think that they just gonna accept you the way you are, and with all your toxic ways and toxic mindset and all that stuff. Like, it don't work like that. And I had to think about that for myself. So that's why I'm talking about this, because I see it so much on social media, like the stuff that women be talking about. And I'm just like, wow, like, this is where we're at. Like, this is the mindset that so many women have. And it's very concerning, because this is why a lot of us are single. A lot of us are single because we don't want to change our mindsets. We don't want to change. We think we perfect, and we not. Clearly, we're not. So, you know, let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all have a blessed day.